Now these wanted data. I ain't folding under pressure. I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my round.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it.
And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Dallas Goedert with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Niall Davis. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the carry, here's Clement. 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Rip. Yellow.
Here's Smith now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A run, it's Clement. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on third and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. He can run for it, and he will. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Hey, 52.
From the red zone now, Smith. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Right.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Rolling to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Newton. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The 13 yards that time of the first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Smith. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, it's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Here's Newton now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Newton steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its fourth. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. On first down, it's Newton. Being chased out left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
On second down, here's Newton. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Screen play, Johnson. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available, Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And some room to run now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Newton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Off play action. Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Newton now to throw. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So, some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick. Right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
This is Clement. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
Hey,
Back to Heinz Field after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
12.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. They'll run with Clement. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 18 yards on that one. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, it went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, here's Smith. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Smith. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On second down, Johnson. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He's got an alley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Smith. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Watch 88. Watch 88. Hey, man. Watch the move. Watch the move. Rick Liz.
On 3rd down, Smith. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync. Whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there, I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. Got some real estate inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They keep it with Crowell on 1st. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Traquan Smith with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Raymond now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Play action. It's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You meant a better cover man on him now in space.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Crowell. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. From the gun, here's Smith. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. Go down.
Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. The 30. Past the 20. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the gun, here's Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Panthers in for the score. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to go for it, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Smith. A screen complete to Crowell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Now Damian Williams to return it. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he's got room. And now running right through it. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Deron Harmon makes the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on second down. Newton stepping up. He'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Newton. And incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Now a handoff. Johnson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Newton to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So in a driving rain, he steps up, puts it through just like he's practicing in a gym somewhere.
How about that? Any little slip in this weather is going to throw him off. He stepped up there like it was perfect conditions, took dead aim, and knocked it through.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever.
12.
One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my pants, flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now, that's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow, that's a big, big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll at the big bankroll. I must get this money, I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to ballin', I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took him out your break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. Yeah. That for the homies.